Hare Krishna. So this video is just a recap for the first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very small summary as to what happened and what we have known until now. So we get to know that finally the Pandus and the Kauravas finally decide to battle in the Kurukshetra, and they assemble with their own respective members, they make up their teams, and they're finally facing each other at the Kurukshetra. In the palace, we also see a scene about Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya. So Sanjaya basically can see whatever is happening in the battlefield, that is in Kurukshetra, and he's informing to Dhritarashtra, who is blind, right? So he's letting them know what is happening in the field. And finally, Duryodhana starts appreciating all his team members with his guru Drona. So they are basically discussing as to who all people are in his team and the enemy's team. All the great warriors from around the world had participated in this war. So they were going through some of the great warriors and how their formation should be, or how they should face the Pandavas. And coming back to the Pandava side, we see the description of Arjuna's chariot and Sri Krishna along with him, right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, and their white horses. So basically you can imagine this scene. So they gave a clear description of this also. And finally Arjuna asks Krishna to move the chariot in between the two armies so that he can have a clear view about his enemies or whom he's going to face. So he sees all of his family members, grandfathers, father-in-law, friends, brothers, so many relatives and their friendly kingdoms to the Kuru dynasty. And finally, after seeing all of them, he feels compassion and overwhelmed. So here where Arjuna actually gets confused, or he feels helpless, and he expresses his pains to Krishna, that as to why he doesn't want to fight the battle. All of the sudden he feels that battling his family members for the sake of royal luxury and a peaceful life will not lead him to heaven. So somewhere he thinks that it's a sinful act which he wanted to avoid, right? He did not wanted to commit a sinful act by killing all his family members. So he expresses all his pains, griefs and beliefs to Krishna, and that's what is about chapter 1 all about, right? So the chapter 2 is basically when Krishna finally starts answering to Arjuna's question, right? So we'll get to know about that soon. And yeah, that's what the first chapter summary was all about, right? So you can go through the previous videos for a clear and broader meaning, right? So yeah, that's what this video was all about. Stay connected for the second chapter. Till then, Hare Krishna.